Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Sufyan. I am a brand ambassador for young professionals for the West Midlands, and I'm also a student at King Edward's College. The online presentation I will be delivering today with my fellow brand ambassadors from young professionals revolves around apprenticeships, help with interviews, and an introduction to young professionals. On the screen now, you can see Dan Miller, the CEO of Young Professionals, and below is his email should you ever want to contact him. Today's agenda, we're going to be looking at young professionals, what we do, who do we represent, what are apprenticeships, online interviews, key tips for interviews, an example of IBM's recruitment process, and a quick quiz.
Young Professionals is a great way to kickstart your journey in finding work experience or degree apprenticeships. Offering hundreds of different opportunities in many different careers, Young Professionals is a great place to start, especially for those who have no idea where to begin. What may originally start as a webinar or a program that you attend organized by Young Professionals can also transform into future career options, work placements, or degree apprenticeships. From experience, I have attended many of the programs set by YPs, specifically orientated around banking and finance, and I have gained a huge amount of knowledge, and that has not only set me apart from others who I may compete against, but in my day-to-day life has widened my general knowledge. To gain the base knowledge and skills that you may require other than exams and grades, opportunities that are offered by Young Professionals are a great way to boost your portfolio as well as differentiate you from other candidates.
So in a nutshell, at Young Professionals, we try to provide everything you need to find an apprenticeship or work experience scheme, all in one place. Now, who do we represent? We have partnerships with all the companies here on this slide. So PwC, Deloitte, HSBC, CGI, Ernst & Young, Lloyds, and most of you might already know some of these companies, such as Lloyds and BP. Apprenticeships and degree apprenticeships. What are they? In an apprenticeship, you are employed to work a real job, generally while studying towards a formal qualification, usually for about 1 day a week at a university or at a training centre you are studying. The one key difference between a normal apprenticeship and a degree apprenticeship is that for a degree apprenticeship, you are also studying towards a degree while working at a firm with your degree being paid for by the company. This is a great way to come out of university with no student loans. What's the salary like? Well, the salary can depend on the company. However, for most degree apprenticeships, you're looking around £20,000 per year, which you are getting paid while you are doing the apprenticeship and studying for a degree. The same is for how long an apprenticeship is. It varies from company to company, but then again, in a degree apprenticeship, you're looking at 4.5 years, round about that. And normally these apprenticeships are in many different regions around the UK, and you can look to apply for one at gov.uk apply apprenticeship. The link is right there on the slide.
Online interviews can be pre-recorded or live based on the company's preference. This means that either they will give you a deadline to complete a set of predetermined questions to answer, or a time will be set to answer an interviewer or panel of interviewers' set of questions. Therefore, the biggest tips companies have given for online interviewing is to do personal background research on a company's values, goals, and their way of working to be able to align your answers with this information. Preparing general answers to questions using the STAR method, as well as preparing questions to ask the panel, shows the interviewers that you are interested and engaged in the job that you are applying for. General questions across companies can be phrased as, "Tell me how your friends would describe you," or "Tell me about your biggest weakness." Both questions are designed for you to talk about your strengths and weaknesses. It is important when completing an online interview that you make eye contact with the webcam and not the face on the screen, and also to dress appropriately.
Now it's time for the in-person interview. Try not to panic too much in the lead up to your interview. You'll perform at your best if you're able to remain calm and composed. Give the interviewer a firm handshake to demonstrate your confidence, maintain eye contact to show your engagement, and smiling can not only bring personality to the forefront, it can also help to further reduce your own nerves if you still have any. Time to talk about first impressions. Ensure that you know the location of your interview, as well as the directions and timing to get there well in advance. Arriving promptly will keep you in the interviewer's good books. Research some mock interview questions and practice with friends or family members. After all, practice makes perfect. Again, eye contact is a great indicator of engagement, but don't neglect posture and body language. Sit up and use hand gestures if and when need be. Practicing with answering interview questions out loud can help you to fine-tune your tone and speed of speaking. Speaking too quickly indicates nervousness, whereas a slower tempo provides you more time to think about each of your responses before giving them. Ensure that your responses are concise, however. Be straight to the point with this and don't rush. Feel free to ask any questions at the end of the interview, providing that your query relates to something that you couldn't have figured out yourself, for example by using the company's website. In terms of top tips, creating a LinkedIn profile is great for developing your personal brand. Time spent researching is not time wasted, so take all the time you need to when doing so. But there's no better time than the present. The toughest part of applying for anything, whether it be work experience or a job or internship, is just starting, so make sure you make that start today. Be confident in what you're applying for and make sure it's the right thing for you. Good luck!
Here is an example of the IBM recruitment process. So stage 1, you have the online application. This generally takes around 10 minutes and is you filling in a form with your details. Stage 2, 3 to 4 days later, you will receive an online test. This is normally a psychometric test or a numerical testing. For stage 3, you have the online interview and a longer application form. At stage 4, you have the assessment center, which during COVID times may be virtual. In stage 5, an offer is made, which leads to stage 6, a final interview with the hiring manager. This is a good example of what you can expect when applying to something like a degree apprenticeship with a company such as IBM. So here is a quick quiz. Which company has the largest retail footprint in the UK? It's Travis Perkins. So Travis Perkins is traded on the FTSE 250 index and has over 20 different brands associated with the group. Who is the biggest accounting firm we represent on this page? So it's PwC. PwC is one of the largest professional services firms in the world, specializing in auditing and accountancy. Which company holds the most data in the world? So this is Experian. Experian holds the most data in the world and employs over 17,000 people. Which global tech firm is behind the technology for Wimbledon? So this one is IBM. IBM is one of the largest technology and consulting companies in the world and employs around 366,000 employees. Which engineering business had its first factory in Derby? Rolls-Royce had its first factory in Derby, and it's the second largest maker of aircraft engines and has major businesses in other sectors. Here is our Instagram. Feel free to drop us a follow. It's at YoungProUK. We often post many opportunities with some of our partnership companies, as well as virtual work experiences that we're doing. We also have an app, the Young Professionals app, which you can find on Google Play and on the App Store. This is especially useful if you are looking to find opportunities such as work experience or apprenticeships with any of the companies mentioned above. DM us too on Instagram if you have any questions about work experience or apprenticeships. We are available to answer any of your questions. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.